Today is going to be a very interesting journey because I'm going to take you somewhere that no longer exists. If you want to build a nuclear power plant, you're going to need a lot of money and you're going to need some land that's not going to shake apart or explode, because nuclear power plants don't like that. You probably need a few other things too, but I'm not exactly sure how to build them. And that brings us to this giant nuclear power plant called Mochovce. Now, it's built in the village of Mochovce. There's just one small problem. There is no village of Mochovce. There was, it was here, but now it's gone. All of the houses have been demolished. We don't like to have villages next to nuclear power plants for reasons that should be very obvious. But how do we know that Mochovce used to be here? This old church and this very old cemetery just up the hill. So this old church and the cemetery just up the hill are the only two indications we have left that Mochovce, the village, used to be here. Now the only things that are left aside from the nuclear power plant are these corn and wheat fields, because for some reason they can live next to a nuclear power plant. It really stinks of cow manure right now. There have been many explanations as to why they left the church and the cemetery when they built this nuclear power plant. A lot of people speculated that they were too superstitious or too nervous to destroy these religious sites, and so they were left exactly where they were. I think the explanation is a little bit more bland than that. Nobody is usually living in a church. Cemeteries are specifically places where you are not living. If they had left the houses here, people could have probably tried to occupy them. Maybe some people would have refused to leave the village. They've all been relocated to various villages around. There's plenty of them, but they just couldn't live here. One cool thing about the church is that it's actually full of treasure. Nah, I'm just kidding, it's completely empty. If you want to see what's left of the former village of Mochovce, the church and the cemetery, you'll have to come to the middle of nowhere because, like I mentioned, big scary nuclear power plant. But first you'll have to come to Slovakia. It's full of interesting stuff. That was not at all a smooth ride off.